Recently, I have gotten heavily addicted to Valorant, and prior to this, I have never played FPS games. Well, I did play PUBG, but that was on my phone, so it doesn't count. Anyway, I went into Valorant blindly, and if you could guess, it went horribly. The first game, I could barely even get one kill, and I didn't even knew how to aim. I even forgot how to buy, I didn't know how to use ability. My teammates were angry at me, and I just didn't understand the game at all. But something got me hooked. I played and played again, and somehow 6 hours had passed.
A few moments later.
And even after 6 hours, I didn't really learn anything. So I watched some YouTube videos of people playing Valorant, and I wanted to do what the people in the video were doing, which obviously didn't work out. Then I watched some Valorant guides to learn about the game more. So you might be wondering, why am I watching guides instead of learning by playing the game? That's because the game doesn't tell you anything. Well, there is a small tutorial where the game tells you how to buy weapons, plant the spike, and use 2 ability of one agent. But that's it. And what does the game not tell you? Fucking everything. Valorant is one of the worst first FPS you can play, because the game expects you to already have played FPS previously, which I haven't. Let's talk about the game first. While there are different game modes in this game, team deathmatch, escalation, deathmatch, but spike planting is the main mode in this game. So there are 2 sides, attacker and defender, with 5 players each. The attacker have to plant the spike in any side, usually A or B. Then the attacker will have to let the spike explode to win the round, or they can kill every defender to win the round. The defender will have to protect the site from the spike being planted, and if the spike is planted, then the defender will have to defuse the spike to win the round, or they can kill every enemy before the spike has been planted to win the round. In unrated, one side has to win 13 times to win the game, and every match is usually around 3 to 4 minutes. And at the beginning of each round, player can buy guns or ability with the money they have. And there are 23 different agents, each with their own ability. So you can guess that a lot of strategy goes in this game. That is, unless you buy an operator and get yourself killed with the classic, and now the enemy team is winning because you gave them an operator. And now you don't have enough money to buy good guns for the next round. Congratulations, you are making the game hard for you and your teammates. Anyway, everything in this game just boils down to 2 things. Can you aim good and can you shoot good? Because that might as well be one of the hardest things to do in this game. Unlike other games where the bullets go where your aim is, in Valorant, if you spray your gun, you can just say goodbye to your aim, because the bullets won't go where your aim is. And if you try running and shooting or jumping and shooting, you will most likely get yourself killed. While sometimes running and shooting can get you kills, but that isn't how you should shoot in this game. Unlike other games where sprinting and sliding are some of the core mechanics to play the game, in Valorant, completely stopping movement will make your aim accurate. So every time you die in this game, it's entirely up to you. Maybe you positioned yourself badly, maybe you are doing the same thing every round, or just maybe your aim sucks, so get good. Or maybe your teammates are bad. While you can learn recoil control, peek shoot, strafing, crouch shoot, tap shoot, and counter strafing, but if you can't aim and shoot, then everything else is useless. Then comes the ability, which is one of the hardest things to master in this game, and the only way most people learn how to avoid certain abilities or use certain abilities is to die from that ability. And with 23 different agents with different abilities, it certainly becomes one of the hardest things to do in this game. Like there are so many different agents with different types of flashes, some make you short-sighted, some take your entire screen, and some take most of your screen. Some flashes you can turn away from, while others you have to destroy, and some flashes can come through walls. And that is barely even scratching the learning curvature of abilities. With certain abilities, you can gain information on enemies, or you can even control where the enemies will go. Some abilities can make you wipe out an entire team in 1 second, while others can literally cause earthquake to stun all the enemies. Then you have to learn that. With all these different abilities and agents, you can categorize them into different roles. You have duelists, who can enter the site early and get information early, make the site more chaotic and kill enemies. Then you have initiators, who can help to initiate fights or give information about where the enemy is, or provide support for other teammates to kill the enemies. Then you have controller, who helps in controlling the flow of the game and restrict the movement of enemies. Then finally you have sentinels, who can help in protecting the site, watch flank from enemies, and trap enemies inside. And all these things were really fun for me to learn. Well, I can play most role quite well, but out of all these agents with different roles, one agent in particular spoke to me. Raze, a duelist. With this agent, I can just fly everywhere, throw grenades at people, and just be a menace to the other enemy team. Unlike other agents with deep abilities, I can just say fuck it and kill an entire team with a rocket launcher. Most times I get myself killed, but that one time I get one of the sickest kills, it makes it worth it. I also like Brimstone, who can just smoke the entire site and give movement and speed boost to all the teammates, and can also attack a giant laser beam as an ultimate. Alright, there are ultimate abilities in this game. You can gain them by collecting orbs, killing enemies, or by dying to enemies. Some of these abilities can revive a teammate, lock down an entire site, shoot an precise laser beam, make abilities of enemies useless, and a fucking gun. Using abilities in this game and making plays with them makes this game so much fun. Each round and each game feels so much different compared to the other one. That is, unless you do the same thing each round, which makes the enemy used to your pattern and kill you. Then there is competitive mode, or the rank mode, and this is where the game becomes tough. If you have teammates, then great, you can communicate easily with them because they are your friends. But if you don't have teammates, then you will have to play with random strangers and discuss strategy and actually play with random people for one whole game, which is more than half an hour by the way, because Valorant is a team-based game. So you can't just act on your own always and play it as an individual game. And guess what, even if one player leaves the game or one player becomes toxic, then you will most likely lose the game. In competitive, you will see one player who is league above others, or the one player who is obviously smurfing, and you will have to actually use your abilities properly, because if you don't, then you are becoming a problem to your teammate. And climbing the rank ladder is where the game becomes not so fun, like you just get stressed out playing the game. Oh my god, come on dude. But still, the peak of this game makes you wanna keep on playing the game. And every time you kill someone in this game, the game plays this satisfying sound to reward the player. And that first time you get an ace, that will be the highlight of your whole day. Just holding an angle in this game plays such an important role, because if the enemy comes, then you can tell your teammates to join you and help you. And if the enemy don't come, then you can tell your teammates the information. Then you can go and help your teammates on the other side, or you can backstab the enemy. There are just so many plays you can do in this game, and the maps in this game are so much fun to play, because each map has its own unique character. Like some have zipline, some have teleporter, some have doors that can be broken, and some have doors which you can open, which makes the strategy used in one map completely different to the another one. And there are also so many hidden Easter eggs in this game. And even after putting so many hours in this game, I still find something new to learn every time I play this game. And some of the plays in this game, you could write a whole thesis on it. Like, what's this? I just planted the spike. Then the enemy killed my teammate here, and I saw it for a brief second. But I also have ult, which will kill anyone in a certain area. So I used my ult where I saw the enemy. Then I went on the back side, because most likely the enemy will be standing here panicking, since they can't run in the other direction, because there they can't escape my ultimate. And with my ultimate being so much loud, the enemy won't be able to hear my footsteps. So I walked there and killed them. Now that might not seem like a lot, but all that happened within 25 seconds, which is crazy. The more you play this game, the more game sense you will have. Then you will learn to quickly adapt to situations in this game, like I did there. And some of the peoples are expert at it. Some people you find in this game are toxic, but you can also find some people who make the game actually fun. And some people you meet in this game can be your genuine friends. So Valorant is a really fun game to play, and it is one of the best games I have played in recent years. So what did I get after putting 400 hours in this game? I got bronze. Anyway, I give Fortnite 8 out of 10. Huh?